Hello guys, how you doing? My name is Josh and today I'm going to show you guys how to do the jet dash MP3 transition. Okay, starting off, I want to put out a disclaimer. I'm not a professional editor or anything like that. I'm probably as new to editing as a person watching this video, but I knew there were a few people who were interested in learning to do this kind of effect, so I figured I could post a video explaining what I've learned and hopefully help someone to create a video. Who knows? Okay, to start off, you're gonna need a few things. You're gonna need one, your jet dash clip, like that. You're gonna need the green screen MP3 overlay, which I'll put down below for people who can't find it. And you need to go into a custom game to record a few things. For the things you need to record in the custom game, you're going to need to record yourself doing a dash in whichever direction you dashed off into the clip. So like, for example, right here, my friend dashes to the left, right? I want for my clip to dash to the left. So the easiest way to do this, that you won't make as many mistakes, is you find a spot that you want, you stand up in that spot, and you jet dash the right to start off, because you're dashing left. So I found the spot, I dash to the right, and then now I know that when I dash to the left, I'll be in that specific position, so I won't have to worry about alignment or like the thing being leaned. See, just like that. For the next thing you're going to need to have done in your custom game, you're going to need to green screen your jet dash, because what we're using right here is just a reference. So we're not going to use these little hands right here. We're not going to use that. We're going to actually green screen our own jet dash. So for the people who don't know where to green screen it, just go into a custom game, Ascent, make sure your cheats are on, and you are gonna follow me right here. So, cheats on. And you're gonna go over to the right, up to this billboard. Then you should be able to green screen anything pretty much. So once we have our green screened jet dash, we're gonna do a few changes, because there's a blue background. We need to get rid of that first of all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to the fusion tab down here. We're gonna hit shift space and we're gonna look up delta keyer. Click it, hit add, and we're gonna use this tool to the right, or it says background color. We're gonna drag it onto our clip. So right here. But as you can see, there's like a few like blotches of blue and like white around here that we need to get rid of, because even though the background's mostly gone, the blue and the white like smudges are gonna stay on your clip. So we're gonna go over here to view mode. We're gonna go to matte, and you can see all the smudges right here. This is how you actually see the smudges. So we're gonna go to matte under here as well, and we're gonna adjust threshold to the point where only really the knife and the hand are visible, and maybe some of the background effects like that. Okay, once you're done adjusting the threshold to the point where there's no smudges or anything, and only the knife, the hand, and the jet dash effects are visible, you need to go back to your original view mode, or it's gonna stay like that. So we're gonna go up here, go back to final result, and you should have something looking like this. Yes, I know the color seems a little bit off on the knife, but there is ways to fix that. I'm not gonna go into detail in that right now, but we're gonna start working on our clip. To start off working on our clip now, we are going to find the part in which we want to cut. So I dashed right there, or my friend dashes right there. And we are going to pick a spot. I think right here is a good spot. And we are going to zoom in just a little bit just to, you know, make sure our cut is accurate. We're going to grab this tool, cut that and the audio. Actually, no, we don't got to cut the audio right now. We're going to cut the clip. Okay, so this is what we should have. All right, and then we are going to do the same thing with our custom game clip. So we're going to find the spot. I think right about here should be good. We're going to cut that. Get rid of these. Drag it to where we need it to be. And you should have something like that. Right? We're just ignore the audio for now. We're just gonna mute that, because we're gonna fix that later on. Now, this is not gonna be our final thing, because once we dash right here, our little hands are gonna be just chilling there. We don't really want that. We want the effect to just be jet dash swipe next song type shit, right? So we're gonna adjust the zoom right here. We're only using these hands as a reference so that when we have the green screen, it's gonna be on par, or it's gonna be in sync, I should say. So we're gonna zoom in just enough so that, oh whoops. Okay, we're gonna zoom in just enough so that the hands are not visible, and we're gonna adjust the y-axis. Maybe like around here should be good. Let's take a look. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit and then adjust this. Okay, let me zoom out. Okay, there we go. That should be fine. So once we have this now, we're going to use the green screen clip that we have of the jet dash, and we are going to find the same animation spot, like our little animation right there. I think that should be it. We are going to cut this, and we are going to put it in the same position as where we want it to be. So it should look something like that. We're also going to get rid of this part as well so that it's not in the way, because that's what we really are trying to avoid. So get rid of this, and boom, you have that. Okay, once you've completed the previous steps and you have something looking like this, it is time to move on. All right, so what you're gonna want to do is add whatever song that you want. It doesn't matter, whatever preference you have, it really doesn't matter. Just add whatever song that you're using along with the album cover for that song. All right, it could be an album cover, it could be it's a random picture, it could be whatever, but for what we're doing right now, we're going to use the album cover. Okay, once we have adjusted the size of our album cover, because that shit was way too big, we are going to start keyframing. So find the point in which you want the album cover to start showing itself, and we're going to adjust the position on where we want it to start. So we would start around here, set a keyframe up here, move down a couple of frames to the point where it stops. It's right here, and we're going to move it again to the point we want it to end. So I want it in the center, just like that, and set the second keyframe. So we should have something looking like that. But it looks a little bit tacky, you know, just being there, just popping out. So we're gonna make this shit fade in. See, that looks a little bit better. Let's make that fade a little bit more. There we go. Okay, I forgot to say also for the underclip, like this clip right here, we're gonna make this a freeze frame because it kind of runs out and I kind of move around in it. So I'm just gonna find a frame that I feel comfortable with and cut it out pretty much. So we're gonna get this and get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. And we are going to go to change clip speed and freeze frame. So this is now a singular frame that we've just turned into basically a picture, our background. So we don't need anything to be moving around now, do we? Okay, so we are going to set the same keyframes with the green screened MP3 background, or the overlay I should say. We're going to set the same keyframes that we did for the album cover. So we're going to move over a few frames. So right here should be where it is. And we're going to move it to the second keyframe, as well as fade them both in. Okay, in order to get the effect where you change songs with the jet dash, all you have to really do is add your jet dash clip again, the green screen effect that we did earlier, add the entirety of it right here, and we're gonna start setting keyframes. So let's set keyframes for the album first. So I'd want it to start moving around here, should be fine. Move down a few frames. Add a second keyframe. There we go. Okay, once, I think right here should be fine. We're gonna cut the clip right here, or one frame down. Cut that out, and we're gonna fade out. See? And we're gonna do the same thing with the green screen MP3 as well. Okay, using what we've learned so far with fading the Cupid album in and fading it out, all we're really doing is we're doing this again. We're doing it with a different album, pretty much. So as the Cupid album fades out, we're going to have this one fade in, as well as the song is going to change and fade in as well. So this is how it's going to look. Alright, I know it doesn't look like insane right now. That's because all I'm really doing is trying to show you guys the basics to kind of get an understanding of how to do something like this. So yeah, as I said before, it's not like amazing right now, but there are things you can do to make it look good. Like for example, you can adjust the positioning of it, the size. You can also add something like drop shadow to it to kind of give it like the effect, like a 3D effect, kind of as if it's actually there. Like you see that? Like this makes it look like it's, you know, a thing in game, right? As well as you can change the lighting and stuff. Like I like to add a little aperture diffraction to the background. So let me see if I can find it. See? It gives that kind of like look to it, which I kind of like. So I'm not going to go into detail on everything that you can add to it, but I'm just showing you guys the kind of the groundwork towards getting to this point, or getting to that point, I should say. So yeah, I mean, If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, a comment. I really appreciate it. And I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys. Bye.